Remember the good old days of mobile gaming? No spamming ads in front of your face. You pay games and you play it and you enjoy it while you're on the go. Remember Zombieville? This was one of the most popular games in mobile marketing, and it's still available to this very day. It even has a sequel, but to my surprise, Zombieville is back. But this time there's a twist. Instead of a post 2D just like the first two games, they ended up going in a 3D version. Currently at the time of this recording, it's only available on Steam. It also works with the Steam Deck, so it works pretty well. And you can play online up to 3 players as far as I can tell. I tried to play the game on multiplayer, but unfortunately, it didn't get me anywhere. So you'll just be seeing the single player portions of the game. Anyways, let's talk about Zombieville 3D and see what it's all about. Oh, and by the way, the game is dirt cheap. For anyone that's wondering, yes, the same people behind the originals made the game. That is Mika Mobile. That's right. That's the same people who made the original 2 games on mobile. So anyways, just like I said, you can play in multiplayer up to 3 players, and it has controller support, which I kind of recommend for the best experience. Just saying, because for some reason being, whenever I use the mouse to play it, it doesn't seem like it makes it clear whether or not if I'm hitting them or not. I mean, even though I am pointing at them, sometimes my shots miss them despite me point blank having the cursor right on them. So I don't know, it doesn't make any sense to me. So it's just best to play on a controller if you have to. Anyhow, you go around, you shoot zombies. It's a horde-based game. You can get money, and with the money, you can upgrade weapons or maybe buy some brand new ones so you can prep yourself in terms of equipment. There's also purple coins laying around here, which helps you unlock additional characters for you guys to play. Yeah, it's all the same characters like the mobile games. Also, you can still play as Santa Claus, a clown, a SWAT man, every character you loved, even though you don't care about their background. You just love their design because everyone loves Zombieville. Yeah, I'm saying it. Everybody loved it. I'm not kidding you. Everybody that I knew played Zombieville. So it was a good sign. But when you keep going further and further into the horde mode with a little meter in the top right corner, enemies are bound to get even more harder. And more enemy variants are going to start coming out of nowhere. So you must have some sort of plan ahead of time and whatever. And you're going to have to find some crates. So that way you can use melee weapons or at least some sort of like firearm. And they do have like their own upgrades like I mentioned before. They're all in colors. Green, light blue, purple, and legendary, which is the yellow one. But again, you can upgrade them to all those stats, but the only problem is they're expensive. You do have several different weapons to use. You can use the sniper rifle where you hold the fire button to aim at the enemy and you let go, and then they do have massive damage. Well, mostly the smaller enemies because they do one hit. But you could shoot through them, so it's good. There's laser guns. Other guns, like you can freeze enemies or anything else like that. Oh, and did I mention there's grenades in the game? Yeah, that's another thing I should mention to you. It's limited quality, but they still meet the same upgrades regardless. But there is a sprint button, but it's limited because you have a stamina bar, which you can also upgrade. Yeah, that's another thing I should mention. There's perks. You can increase some of your armor and whatever. There's several things that you can look around, which again, this one uses money. Speaking of which, you don't just have to pick up a weapon from a chest. You can also sell that weapon for some money if you really need it. Also, there's healing kits. Yes, you heard that right. You can heal yourself along with your friends if you're pretty much nearby them, that is, and that's about it. I've seen most criticisms of the game lacking content, like probably new maps to probably play, and I pretty much agree with that. But hopefully they'll be adding that one day. If you want something to do with your friends, this is definitely the game to play, or if you want something to do, that's pretty much what I can tell you. There's a couple of achievements to earn, but it's not really saying much for me to talk about. There are going to be times where it takes a while to grab one, to be specific. But I'm also going to say is that once you keep like upgrading your perks and whatever, you'll probably get a lot more better at the game. Oh yeah, along with the weapons too, don't forget, because they can provide massive damage. But yeah, there's several different enemy types. Well, I shouldn't have to name them, because if you guys grew up playing Zombieville, then you probably know what they are. So, well, I hope they'll remind you. that you probably hate the enemies and you wonder why. See if you can find all the purple coins while you're at it too. There's 40 of them. But yeah, with that being said, it's something to do, so it's a fun game to play while you're at it.